All right, Beth. Well, it looks like this will be the easiest way to show you how to do this. So I think one of the key things that we might need to do is get you registered on regular YouTube and not YouTube Red. But let's just run through the process so that I can. So I've created my own fake Gmail account so I can kind of log in. So there I am, old Sean Thompson, signing in. And I'm going to look at my mail and see, oh my gosh, it looks like Dr. Thompson's asked me to help manage. Of course, you accept the invitation. And of course, you know how that goes from there, that it's going to allow you to get on there. And I'm going to skip the steps so I don't double bump this and cause a lot of confusion. I don't know whether I would or not. So I'm going to go right out to my YouTube. But anyway, you'll accept the invitation, blah, blah, blah. So now once you're here, what you want to do is actually go to the channel, and you should be able to find it when you go up here to the top right on your picture and select Chemistry Talks with Dr. T. At that point, you're at the site you need to do, but you need to just pull this down and say My Channel. And that puts you into the Chemistry Talks with Dr. T. And you'll notice now, though, that you're able to be the video manager. So let's go through and work on editing some closed captioning. I'm going to select Video Manager. I'm going to go down to the videos I want to manage. And I think, obviously start, and there's the lowest number is number 1 on the next page. So we got just enough videos to break into two pages barely. But I'm just going to pick a different one just to be less confusing. All right, so we're gonna edit one of these videos randomly, and I'm just going to walk you through the steps. So we'll do phase diagrams. That looks good. So where you want to go to edit the closed captioning is right here. See the edit. Pull it down. Select subtitles and closed captioning. And now we're managing my subtitles and closed captioning. You have a couple options here. One of these is actually, this pull down menu is if you want to do something more elaborate where you upload subtitles that you've already typed out or some various options, but we already have closed captioning already published, done for us, and all you need to do is just look through them and edit them. So that's what this is all about. And so once you're in the video, you can see the subtitles over here, and we want to just edit those. And the reason that did the override is because someone's worked on this already before. So here we go. Let's start now. I'm not going to be talking as much because you'll start hearing my video talk, I think. So I just stopped it, and the way you can stop it is you can literally just point and click in the middle of the video, or you can press your space bar, and that stops this from running. And this just so this one just has a small little mistake in there. Here's a typical phase diagram, the phase diagram of CO2. So there's an extra S in there. But where you do is you go over here, click into the bar on your left. You can do that whatever editing you would with your normal keystrokes, and then just keep working. And when you get back over here, do you know see how it's already changed itself? Now just click back in here, and it'll just take off every time I click this or I hit the space bar. So if we're trying to be careful for the people that are so if you see where my cursor is, I get down in here, and if I click and I get a hold of that hand or that arrow, it'll move that backwards. And you can see in there that phase diagram. I'll make that CO2 proper caps if I can. We'll just do a couple more. I'm not sure that you have the ability to subscript on here, so we'll call it good. Back in, we'll keep running. I'm gonna just make a few more edits. I think you have the idea. So running up the y-axis. Okay, one more and then I'll show you the rest. So starting at the bottom, for some reason we missed. There we go. All right. Okay, great. So let's pretend you just proceed on through until you're running out of time and you need to wrap it up. All that's left to do is you go up here and you say publish edits. And give it just a minute until you see that these subtitles are published. And at that point we are done. And you'll notice then if you want just to confirm, you can go back out to my channel from the beginning. We can pick that video and run it and just make sure that it's doing what we think it's doing. So once again, this looks like it took fine, and away you go. Now I want to just show you what happened there when you go back to edit these. And my so here we go. We're gonna get out of this, and I always just go back to the home, back to here to my channel. It brings you to the home page, and you kind of restart. But anyway, we're gonna work in the video manager. I just want to look at that video for a second. I'll show you something that's changed now that you've done an edit. There we go. We're going to pull down. We're going to edit subtitles. So now notice when you come back to work on it again, there's a new English edit. What you're going to want to do is every time you go back into edit, make sure you actually restart with this new English. You know, you're going to see this show up like this. Let's see if we can remove these. I'm going to take this one 15 minutes ago, so that was an edit that wasn't the one we just did. I'm going to get into it, and here I haven't hit edit yet, or publish edits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to discard those edits, and they're gone. So now you see there's only the original ones. Now here's a plan B if you want to edit without publishing every time. If you are editing and you don't publish your edits, and then at that point you'll look up there, at any time you stop, you'll see that all changes are saved in drafts. So even if I went along here and I did a little more editing while I was trying to understand this, but let's just say, let's go here to standard sea level and just kick off there. I'm just going to do a couple more edits to show what I'm doing here. So it's in a cooler. Now I'm actually going to, it's in a cooler, let's say at, is what I meant to say. But I'm going to go ahead and just correct it in the closed captioning, so it's better there. Anyway, double check it. Okay, so now that correction I just made, if you look, it says all changes are saved in draft, right? So if I exit, if I didn't publish it and I exited it, and somebody came in here and ran the video, you know, they basically just came through the front side and ran that video, that edit piece wouldn't be in there yet. So if you go in here, yeah, so we got all sorts of edits that haven't been caught yet. So that little so you see that hadn't been caught yet, but let's go back to understand your process as you're still working on this. Go back as the video manager. That's where all your work is done. So we go back down to the phase diagrams. Remember, go pull down this little editing tab and go to subtitles. And now you'll see there's a few things going on here. And the nice thing is, though, this one is the one, and it has a little timestamp, so that helps a little bit. You can see this actually picks up where you left off. It hasn't been published, but it's still there, so you could just keep, you could turn it back on. You can tell it's not even, it's still in editing mode, right? And let's see here, we'll run down to that little part. Yeah, so for example, there's the right, just to show you, that's definitely our edits. So this will probably be the best method to keep working until you completely finish this. Then I would say publish the edits when that's done. And then what you'll see, I'm just going to bounce out and bounce back in to see what's going on here. Now you see there's only two versions. Well, this is your edited version. So that's going to be kind of our stamp that we've got these finished. There's a way to rename them, but I think it is what it is. We basically just need to develop a system so that we're able to know when we've gone through and edited it. And I think the key is going to be that all the time that we haven't published, we're going to have this, you know, revised sheet that's sitting down here. And then once we publish, we're going to just see 2. And that's going to be our signal. Oh, we're finished with that, especially if we get multiple people working on this project. So hopefully that helps. And we'll just keep working on it and add to. All right, good luck.